A Kingston family's love and care produced decisive results. When Christine and Stephen McSherry learned that their 5-year-old son, Jett, had Duchenne muscular dystrophy, or DMD, the most common and a life-shortening childhood genetic disorder in the world, they were devastated. There is currently no cure for DMD, and most victims are confined to a wheelchair by the time they're 12. The McSherrys and their 4 other children pulled their emotions together and started the Jett Foundation that works to support the search for treatment and a cure for DMD and helps other affected families cope with this condition. PACTV Community News went to meet Christine McSherry and learn more about her story.
When Jett was diagnosed in 2001, I was devastated to find out that there was not a treatment or a cure to give him. There wasn't a pill, there wasn't a liquid, there wasn't an IV that I could start, there was nothing that I could do. His muscles were going to deteriorate, and at that time the doctors told me that he would probably live to the age of 15 and 19 if I was lucky. It was really a hard diagnosis to take because at that moment Jett was 5 years old and he was jumping on and off the table. He was running around. He had the use of all of his muscles. So the diagnosis really hit me like a train. I had no idea that it was coming. Jett didn't really show any symptoms prior to his diagnosis. The only thing he did was when he went to the pediatrician's office for his 5-year checkup, the doctor asked him to get down on the floor. And when Jett stood back up, he put his hand on his knee and he pushed his torso up. And that gave rise to the doctor that there was something going on with Jett's muscles. I took him into Boston and they drew his blood and they called me shortly thereafter and said that his CPK level was in the 22,000 range. And I said, that's impossible, you can't have a CPK in the 22,000 range. And as a nurse, I thought I knew it all. When you have a heart attack, the highest your CPK will go up is 250 or 270. So to be in the 22,000 range, I said, that's going to be a misread. Something happened. Something's wrong. It was a mistake. Well, the doctor on the other end of the phone said it's not a mistake. That would be fine if only his heart was dying, but every muscle in his body's dying. So I quickly learned that Duchenne is a progressive muscle disorder, typically diagnosed between the ages of 3 and 6 years old. Boys usually stop walking around the age of 12. The progression starts in their torso and then goes out to their limbs. So they typically succumb to the disease before the age of 19 because their heart and their lungs will fail, as well as their diaphragm. There's 20,000 boys in the U.S. right now with Duchenne, and in the immediate South Shore, New England area, we have about 300 to 500. So it's much more prevalent than people think. It is diagnosed typically only in boys, although there is a 1% chance that a girl can also have Duchenne. And it's 1 in 3,500 male births. So as a nurse and as a mom, I needed something to do to try to change the outcome. Jett would quickly die if I didn't get active. And I really thought that I could do the best job if I used his name and his face and put that forward first, versus going with another larger organization. So I created the Jett Foundation. And at that time, at that moment, I really just wanted to fund research and find a way, a drug, a compound, a pill, an IV, something that I could give him to help save his life. Over the last 12 years, it's quickly grown into an organization that fulfills the unmet needs of the entire community, not just Jett in research. As Jett grew, I realized that this population of boys has been underserved for a long time, and they didn't have a voice. Nobody was really speaking out for them. So in the development of Jett Foundation, we've now created programs. We have camps for kids with Duchenne and young men with Duchenne. We provide transitional programming and try to teach young men how to go to college or go to high school, or what tools do they need to learn or utilize so that they can be part of society. We do also fund research, and we created something called the Duchenne Alliance and co-created something called the Duchenne Dashboard, in which different organizations around the world can fund research quickly. We also support and fund several clinics in the country, most importantly one here at Mass General Hospital in Boston, where we provide the clinic provides a collaborative care approach to boys and other children with neuromuscular diseases, which is a great way to extend the lives of these kids. So here in the Boston area, generally young men live to be in their 20s and 30s who have Duchenne because our care is so good. Another big part of what we do is advocacy and awareness. So our education piece and our outreach piece is really big. So we're involved in road races and triathlons, golf events, just about any event that you can think of, we're a part of on the South Shore.